The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Well, everybody, you just got a nice little look at our woe book. We're starting things off early. I don't know what is going on here. Let's fix this. Hold on. Everybody is in the multiverse right now.
So I can't say what the original
they can hear
woe
you.
book is.
No, but you can laugh about it. That's for sure. Yeah. All right, hold on here.
Like if there was a contest, Stein could have come out and just killed everybody with that. He said, "You think you got a blow book? Look at this one."
Yeah,
it's
Were you all,
it's game over,
anybody else
man.
watching the baseball playoffs and see that one bunt?
All right, back to where we were.
Yeah, sounds like bunt.
All right, welcome to another Friday night here on the House of Stein, here with the crew, with the compadres, talking about the woe/blow book of the week, which some of you guys might already know what it is. But that being said, how you guys doing? How was your week?
My week was going terrible until Joe just made it like fun, and now I'm like looking forward to the weekend, and like he's trying to corner me and get the whole show like taken like completely straight.
Get behind me, Satan! Get behind me!
Like there will be no show if Joe had his way. I will say that.
So
I feel like that guy from Boomerang, where like Eddie Murphy is in advertising, and is that one guy that wants him to go really dirty, and he goes like, "Oh yes."
Oh, hey, let's just say this: I guarantee you that what we were talking about is probably going to show up on Joe's Instagram feed at some point here.
No, I would probably be canceled, dude.
Well, before we get started, you guys, I want to shout out a very special thing that's happening right now. That is the Comics Curing Cancer campaign that's going on by a bunch of comics content creators. They're going all weekend. They started earlier today. There is a link tree in the description, and then I'll drop a link tree in the live chat if you guys want to go check it out. It's going to be happening all weekend, and it's a bunch of content creators that are using their channels to do auctions and giveaways, I think, mainly auctions, and they sell a lot of art that sells for really cheap, and you guys can go check it out. Here's all the links to all the shows at the times that are going on. So, a couple of really good content creators who are a part of that. Shout out to Legion of Comics, who's also dealing with the hurricane stuff. I know a lot of people are dealing with that hurricane stuff, and it's fucking terrible. So shout out to all them. But yeah, link in the description. Check out the and I'll drop it in the live chat for everybody too, so you guys can keep that up. Some good shit. So shout out to all those guys doing that. All right, let's get into. There we go. Lord Tatman, what up? With the $5 says hello everybody. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. All right, let's get into where we were before all the hijinks started, talking about the woe/blow books of the week. Whoa. Yeah. The woe book of the week is a new book of the week. King Spawn number 38. This is the Mark Spears cover. And you guys know that I'm a homer for Mark Spears. And I showed this book to Stein before the show, and we're like, yeah, this has got to be the woe book of the week. Look at this. Amazing.
Yeah, I was telling them I can't believe that we until like 2 weeks ago, like nobody knew who Mark Spears was, and like it's incredible. Completely missed on this, and I don't know how. Honestly, I don't know how. Looking at his art, I don't know how he ended up with Keen Spot. I don't know how everybody else passed on that, and it ended up at Keen Spot. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree. And he's got a lot of really good covers and out lately. And here's another one, King Spawn. He did one for that for a book we're going to talk about later. But yeah, this one's dope, and it's got cool skulls in it too. So,
but his
I'm all
art
for
style definitely complements October, like the spooky season and everything. So, like, I think it's like perfect timing for all his covers to drop, like during this time period. So,
yeah.
like even though he's like obviously building to something bigger, where he's doing like Universal monster stories and all that. So
I was watching shout out to the Cover Price boys. Matt and John were doing their covered, I think it's called Covered, Comics Covered or something like that. Excuse me, episode earlier today. And they were talking about how those Instagram or those Kickstarter books are going to, people are going to start finding out about those Kickstarter books. So don't be surprised if you see those Kickstarter books start showing up on secondary markets. So,
or
anyway,
not shows.
yeah,
I'm not selling any of mine. Yeah, I'm going to keep mine, dude. Yeah.
Which is funny you mentioned Kickstarter, because this right here is that Werewolf Frankenstein, that
Yep.
Raza cover.
Yep.
And they just released that in not Kickstarter form this week. So
through what publisher?
Crap, I don't know.
Is it Marvel?
No, it's not Marvel. It was sold on Midtown this week. Maybe somebody in the chat knows before I get to it.
That's one of the things that Cover Price was talking about, that Matt was talking about. He's like, we're gonna start seeing more and more Kickstarter and crowdfunded books show up on these speculation lists and sites, and people talking about them, because more and more people are buying from them, and you got some really standout books that have come from there, including by major artists. Peach Momoko has some, Adam Hughes, of course. You have a lot of these big time artists that are putting out very small print run books through Kickstarters and crowdfunded platforms.
It is Zombie Love Studios is the publisher.
See, there's a perfect example. Let's look that up real quick.
No, they don't have. So from what I believe, they're doing a second issue that will be through this publisher, but
so be on the lookout.
It's not the same cover as that Raza cover, but
crazy. Those small print run publishers, man, they're starting to get some love. We'll talk about that later, of course. All right, moving on. Let's go to, of course, the Blow book of the week.
Oh, that blows. That blows.
Oh, boy. So if you guys don't know what you're looking at, this is a comic book called Wild with an exclamation point, number 14. It's an adults-only furry book. Every other issue is a major furry book. And I'm surprised it's not like an Antarctic Press published book. But this is one of the covers that is not furry based. I don't know what you would call this. Like, what's the equivalent?
I thought it was a horse. I don't. This was sent to me from Tony E, and I looked at it and I was drinking water at the time, and I about spit it all over the place, because this is.
Is it a gimp furry? Is that what we're looking at here?
Oh my gosh!
I think it's a vegetable, bro. Isn't that like lettuce?
Vegetable porn.
Yeah, dude. That might be lettuce.
It's a transplant.
Whoa, that's it. Oh my God.
It's
Gee.
a transplant.
Oh man.
And we thought we
that's
weren't going to
funny.
get canceled this episode.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's a seed necklace. Oh my gosh, what is going on?
The other book would have been better, Stein.
The first appearance of celery, dude.
No, the other one would not have been better. Do not let
But
these
it's so-
guys. Do not
but
let
it's the
these guys
only-
fool you.
But it's the only comic you can eat.
He's on
Oh
fire.
my gosh!
No, the other one you could eat that one too.
Shout out to Ash and Nate who just
That's
became
what-
members.
Oh my god!
Welcome to the
I guess
9.8
that
level.
phrase. I guess that phrase applies to both comics now at this point.
Yeah, you could
Oh
put
my
them together and have.
No,
What?
no. Shh. No.
All right, you guys. Moving on, let's get to it by the dip. Starting off, War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas, issue number 1, and the CGC 98 took a dive. Well, I don't know if it's a dive or it's been slowly dropping to this level. Recent low of $54 in a 9.8.
Yes. So, I mean, this book, tons of first appearances in it, right? Everyone's excited about, Asian representation in MCU, right? But not so much with Agents of Atlas. And this has a 90-day average of $55 in the CGC 98. This has had a high of 102 in 2024. And we have seen a low of $20. So not even the price of grading. I assume $15 shipping with that, but I didn't look too deeply into that. So this book had an
Wow.
all-time high of $355 in 2021. Last year it had a high of $130.
This
So I guess
book, this
yeah.
book was like the height of pandemic speculation right here. Height
Yeah.
of pandemic speculation.
Is this the one that has like it's like a third print from Asia only that's or something like that that has a cover like the cover appearance of
Oh,
like-
is that that Miko Soyan cover where it's from? I don't want to say Singapore.
yeah,
but
it's a gorgeous cover, right?
But didn't they redo it kind of too, where it's like the background's different or something like that?
I don't know.
Oh, Philippines. There we go. Still chilling
Philippines.
those.
God, that's like. I wouldn't give away a slab for $50, dude. You got to be kidding.
With
don't
that
give
many
a
first
shit.
appearances in it.
Yeah, I don't give a
You can-
shit. That's
you can-
something like go sell crack before you sell your books, bro. You know what I mean? That is so stupid, man.
Yeah, just bury me with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the market look like it's crashing. I'm gonna let this book go for $50. You know, it's like, bro,
I'm
when are
quitting
you
the
ending your
hobby.
auctions on a fucking Tuesday, dude? Like,
Which one of
Bro.
these is the one from the Philippines?
The one that looks on the far right, the Miko Cyan, but I think it's like all color. I think, isn't it?
Um,
I thought there
I
was
thought
an
it
all
was-
color one.
Yeah, there's an all color one right
oh.
here. Comic Odyssey.
Yeah, it's the one to the right of that. I think is the Virgin one. It's expensive. At least it used to be expensive. I don't know if it is still now, but
no shit, right there.
Oh yeah.
Three
the
hundred
You said
black
the
30 and a
auction ended
9.8.
at Tuesday at 5:37 a.m.
one. I'm making sure I'm watching all auctions at 5:30 in the morning. And
No kidding, man.
So, well, that means there's one
Oh
more to
shit,
go.
Brad's in the chat.
One more to go. Here we go. Next, a book that I'm surprised ever being on by the dip. Batman Beyond issue number 1 had a CGC 9.8 low sale of $820 recently.
yeah, I don't know if I put this on the list just because I really want this book, or if I just been kind of like tracking the prices. So this has had a 90-day average of $831. So that last sale was below that. In 2024, the all-time high sale so far has been $1,345. And this is in 2024. The low sell is $790. So this had an all-time high in 2021 at $2,895. And even coming in last year, the 2023 high was 1,936.
Wow.
Yeah,
But even I
so-
mean, at that price was it. Did anybody really ever think that this was a $2,000 book?
I could always see it as like $1,000 book, and it's kind of floating around that like probably peak of like 1,500.
Yeah,
Is
that's
where
what I see. Yeah.
That would be like my thought process on a book like this. But yeah, the 2K price tag or higher,
Maybe
seems
for a
kinda-
newsstand.
Yeah.
Hey, but
Yeah.
but guess who sold this when it was like $350, and then like 2 months later it sold for like $1,500. Yeah, this guy.
Jeez.
So anytime you think about selling a book, just wait 3 months, right?
I sold a 1 through 4 raw about a month ago, maybe for like $250 or something like that.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
kind of condition for the
They
issue?
were
one?
really good, really good. I don't know if it was a 100% 9.8, but maybe with the press a 9.8.
So easily that at least a 9.2, but potentially a 9.6.
Yeah, yep,
Can I do?
yep,
Nice.
definitely. So love this series, man. I think I got a newsstand, but I think it's in probably rougher shape than the direct that I had. All right,
But yeah,
not bad. Great book. Bunch of crazy weird variants for it too. So
yeah.
all right.
And then Buy the Dip on Sundays now, so make sure to catch us. We try to go on after Hot Book Alert ends, around that time period.
Around what time? What ends?
When Hot Book Alert on the Mercenaut channel, when that show ends. Yeah.
Okay.
So around like their last like 30 minutes to an hour,
Gotcha.
somewhere in there.
Gotcha. Good shit. Go check it out. Shout out to our boy Richie. All right, here we go. Moving on to the almost 10. Starting off with another crazy name book, Skin Police. This is issue number 1, the Polina 1 in 10 variant, which is a great fucking cover. It's a cool cover.
Yeah, this would sell for like 15. Now, I will preface this with I actually was trying to see about the I think it's a 1 in 25. There were no sales on that, but issue 2 or 3 is already having pre-sales for like 2 months in the future at like $60 on issue number 3, the 1 in 25, which looks the same. It's like by the same artist as. So if you find the number 1 in 25 for cheap, I would probably buy that. Because I have a feeling that once that actually hits the market, it's probably going to do well. Even though it's a weird looking cover, but
There's a 1 in 50 also.
yeah, I don't know about that one. I mean, it's kind of weird, but
Yeah.
that 1 in 20 or 1 in 25, whatever that is just non-existent.
Oh, look at that.
But I don't know what this book is about. I don't know if it's like as weird as it sounds, or is it? I mean, why is it called Skin Police?
Great question. There's some great covers for it, though. It's from Oni.
Oni puts out some weird books. Besides Rick and Morty, they put out some weird books.
Look at that. That looks badass. I'd buy that. Sight unseen. Yeah. Not bad. Cool book. 15 plus, new book out this week. So, all right, moving on. A Dallas Comic Con program. There's a couple. I want to say there's at least 2, maybe 3 Adam Hughes Dallas Comic Con covers. For this one is from 2003, from beautiful
Good
Jungle,
Lord.
Adam
Mama!
Hughes. Yeah.
Mama.
Dave Dorman back cover on this one.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't even know that.
Dave Dorman back cover. Backdoor cover.
Hughes also you remember the Dallas Comic-Con one was also that Star Wars one that he did. Remember that?
Yeah.
The Comic-Con cover for Star Wars where it had all the hot Jedis. Like
The one with Ahsoka on it.
yeah. Yeah. So
this one looks a little different for Hughes for me, just because of I think the color palette looks so different, right?
yeah, very muted.
Oh, what? And then his lines aren't as harsh as they usually are,
Yeah.
or exaggerated, I should say.
It's a great cover, dude.
Yeah, but this thing sold for $280. Now, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, well, it was signed." Yeah, but it's a Hughes signature. Like, does
Yeah.
Hughes signature really add that much value to anything? I mean,
No.
he's got like 4 billion signatures out there, so maybe it added $20 or something like that. But
Well, and then anyone can forge that signature.
yeah, that's about as easy or as generic of a signature as you can get. But
Man, that's a good cover.
280,
Which I'm not endorsing to do, but you know, it won't get past that JSA verification. Just saying.
Wow. Moving on. Raw, another magazine size book. Raw, issue number 2 from Raw Comics or Raw Books in 1980. Famous for being the origin of Mouse from Art Spiegelman, right?
Yeah, this copy that sold this week. I mean, I'm assuming this is probably not very common of a magazine to find. It was not in good shape. Still sold for $220. I think decent shape ones of this can sell for like $300. But I threw it on here because I figured that probably me included didn't really know much about this magazine at all. So, like, I think if you are looking for odd first appearances of probably, I mean, like significant books. I mean, Mouse is kind of a significant book, right? I mean, it's forever. It's gonna have importance. Yeah. So
yeah, it's a historical
that
book, not just a comic history book. It's a historical book.
Yeah,
But it's also a banned book now in America.
But yeah, so this one
Stoke that
apparently
fire.
I don't know what's in it. I mean, there's other comic stuff in this.
Yep.
Very strange to me for sure.
Yeah, long time key magazine for magazine collectors. So good shit. Next, Wandering Star issue number 1. This is the pen and ink 1988 version. They did reprint this in like 90 something, I think. So this one's the more rare one, and this one was signed by creator Terry Starr.
Yeah, and from what I could tell, it looked like all the sales that have ever happened on this book, they've all been signed. They've all been signed. So I don't know if this was like something that maybe was given out at like a con or something like that, and so like almost like a sketchbook where they sign all of them or something like that. I don't really know. Some of these weird 80s indie, made on generic paper type things are just very strange.
Terry Wood is the name, not Terry Starr. My bad. Yeah, this is. They actually talked about it in an old Wizard magazine, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Wandering Star. Wood's characters are written with precision and depth and are both believable and substantial. And this, I think, talks about when they reprinted it. This is when they reprinted it right here. You can see. So, pretty interesting. The reprint, I guess, was only 2,000 copies. I don't know. Who knows?
Man.
Yeah.
how cool was that time
right?
back in the late 90s and stuff like that with Wizard, and internet was still, I mean, that was just such a different time.
Well, you know what, man? That's what we're doing now. We're taking that mantle from Wizard, and we're kind of the new version of Wizard, you know?
The digital format.
Yep. So $100 for this one. Not bad. Not bad. All right, moving on. Oh, I love this. Psylocke issue number 1, the second print by Tolibao. I think I'm saying that right. Tolibao. Beautiful cover.
Yeah, graded copies of this had been selling like 9.6s and 9.8s had been selling, 3+. But this actually sold raw this week for $235. That's pretty pricey for a non-first appearance book, right?
And it's a wraparound. It's gorgeous.
I mean, it is a gorgeous cover. I don't necessarily think it's Psylocke's like all-time greatest cover, but it's a good cover for sure.
Well, people want the Finch cover A more than this, which is surprising.
Is it $20 an ab for this book?
That's just gorgeous, dude. And then this is the regular cover.
That's again, I mean, there's a reason comic collectors like the back end better than the front.
Yeah.
Just
it's because that cover is iconic, right?
Yeah,
iconic. Man, you haven't pulled that sign out in a while.
I know. I just found it again.
I was saying, did you just find it?
Yeah.
Oh man. Moving on. Superman, the Man of Steel, issue number 20, the DCU variant. Couple sales recently, I think, within the last couple months.
Yeah, this one was $660 for this. You're always somewhat skeptical. I mean, this had been, a $150 to $200 book. You're always somewhat skeptical of some of these big sales. You never really know if they're real or not. I would like to know who sold this. If anybody in the chat, whoever put this up, did you get paid for it? I mean, it cleared Terapeak, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. You can bypass Terapeak if you two people know each other, you can pay them and they can pay you back. So it's not like you can't bypass it. I mean, you can still bypass the metrics, but
I don't want to know who sold it. I want to know who bought it because I have a Superman 75 DCU second print for sale to match this.
This might be one of the rare ones. Yeah,
it is. All these Funeral for a Friend ones are good. All of them. So any of those are good.
I mean, do these characters know that he really didn't die?
They did not. Look at them. They look so sad.
Fucking idiots.
Cover Price needs to do a list of all the DC Universe logo variants.
Hey man, me and Steve Horn and Topher and Trey, we worked on that crap for like a year and a half. Like, we busted our butts on that crap.
One of my dreams was to try and get that group together for a show, but that'll never happen now. No chance. Maybe we can get a couple of them. We'll see.
Why would it never happen?
I don't think Trey's going to do comic book content anymore. I don't think Steve Horn's going to go on TV shows. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think.
You think Trey would never go back? Trey would never go back to comics again?
Doing comic content.
You don't think he would?
I think I think the only way he would is to do one of those shows.
Well, I think if certain people, I think if Stein, if you approached him with like a couple other people, then like that'd be like. But if like Brian or like Redhood or myself asked him, he would probably just be like, no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I'm good.
Like, I mean, like I chat with him every so often. Like, we talk about like sports cards or whatever. But yeah.
Crazy list, man. I want to know if there's any new ones on that list. I want to know like if there's any been found within the last 2 years.
I don't think so. Several years ago there was, like after the article came out, they actually did. There was a couple people that actually discovered one or two more that came out of nowhere that nobody had any idea. So it's crazy. But what's funny about, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I look at this cover, for some reason the only thing that I see is Wonder Woman's legs. Like she literally has, her legs are like 3 times her torso size.
You ready to trip out, Stein?
No, what?
Is this the original article? 2017?
No, we did.
Okay.
No, it was before 2017.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That may have been reprinted.
Let me see who printed this.
I feel like we wrote that in like maybe 2015, maybe.
Ooh.
Or did you start in 2015 and then publish it 20?
You know what? I wouldn't put anything. This is what happens when you get to 50. You can't remember anything.
So that's second print from Ben Stein. Second print?
Topher put that up in 2017. So this is something.
Yeah. So
Topher-
this is probably extras, like how you actually found some of these, because they all came.
And
in
then
these
here's
weird
the
multi-packs.
list.
Maybe it did come out in 2017. I thought it was before that. It could have been.
I felt like it was before that, but I could be wrong. Look at the.
Yeah,
It's probably updated. Like last, I don't know. That would be.
Yeah, but you probably see right there, Superman, Man of Steel. You probably will see this issue 20.
Where
They
is
don't
it?
even list it as
22nd print.
Yeah, right there.
yeah, they don't
20.
even list it as being super rare. But
No.
I would say this one is just as hard as the 18 fifth print. But
Man, very interesting. All right, there we go. Moving on. John Wick issue number 1, the photo variant from Dynamite back in 2017.
yeah, this one hit $100 raw. Did you
Oh,
guys
man.
see? Did you guys see the? Have you seen the preview for the offshoot of this?
Ballerina.
Yeah.
I'm
Ooh,
excited.
That looks great.
De Armas, oh my gosh, yeah, she looks slick. And Keanu's in it too, so it's
Mhm.
that's
It's like a
cool.
precursor story, right? Or
Yeah,
something.
something. So it's just kind of I guess I don't know. It looks cool.
The world
But-
building with a prequel.
man.
I like it
Mhm.
because
mean-
like you don't. There's so much you don't know about the storyline.
Oh yeah, his whole origin. You have no idea. Like-
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
You know pieces of it watching the first
Right.
4 films or whatever, but
Right.
like I think it will deep dive a little bit more into like what the high table is and all that.
right.
He's the man you call to kill the Pokemon.
But yeah, photo variant for $100, and it's not like there's not other photo variants. I mean, it's not like this is the only Keanu Reeves photo variant of this
Yeah,
character.
for this run, like it's like what only a 4-issue run or something like that, and each variant has like a photo variant to it. Like, because
Yeah.
I could have bought a set like 5 years ago for less than 100.
This is not a bad play, man. Like to pick these up, it is not. It's the way photo variants are going, man. Like,
and it's not like you
it's
can't
all-
run into Keanu at a con either, because I mean he does write comic books now.
mhm.
That's true.
A lot of Keanu Reeves stuff being talked about these days. I've heard him being talked about on multiple things lately. So, all right, moving on. Semper Fi, issue number 1 from Marvel in 1988. A book that I can't ever thinking I've seen.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is like classic. This is what late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Classic late 80s look to it. I don't know. I mean, when it says Tales of the Marine Corps, is this like specific battles, or is this just like
this came out right around the time of the NAM and all that, and everybody was right?
Yeah.
And they were trying to pick up on war nostalgia back then.
Well, if you find high grades of these, I'm sure that this is not short printed or anything like that. But if you find high grades, a CGC 9.8 hit an all-time high this week for 125. So
It's not bad.
That's not bad. I mean, if you can find some high grade, get them pressed, get some 9.8s out of that, you can make some money.
Yeah. It's a cool book. I like the way the Marvel corner box looks. It's a cool corner box. All right. Moving on, we have Shintaro Kago and Peach Momoko's project that they did that was a Kickstart. Was it a Kickstarter? I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's a double-sided collaboration zine by these two.
Those look sick. I like this.
Bro, it looks like Kennedy got hit in the back. More from the front.
Too soon.
Dream Card is written by Shintaro Kago and illustrated by Momoko, depicting the profitable life experience by a man who is lucky enough to get 50% off everything. And then Earth Defense Force, written by Peach Momoko and illustrated by Shintaro Kago, depicts the monster slaying activities of a high school girl who likes masturbation and belongs to the Earth Defense Force. Available exclusively at Japan World Heroes Convention in Pasadena, California, August 26th and 27th, and the Sacramento Anime Convention in Sacramento, California, September 1st through the 3rd, and that is in 2017. So this is probably super fucking rare.
I would think so. All I know is this thing, a CGC 9.8 signature series with Peach and Kago's signature. So it's not like it's, Stan Lee or something like that. So for $3K. Yeah. So this thing must be really rare, right?
I've never seen this.
I've never even heard of this. And it's a smaller book. It's a smaller book. It's like small size.
Oh, like digest size or something like that?
Yeah.
Ashcan size.
Yeah. It's instead of what regular comics are, like 8 by 9.5 or 10 or something like that. This was like maybe 2/3 the size. So it's definitely smaller. But yeah, 3,000 for this.
It's a cool image though.
It's a hard pass for me, guys, on this one.
Man, I love stuff like this.
This is one of Peach's better covers.
It is. Fucking A. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't pay $3,000 for this by any means.
No, man. Hell no.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, if I
I don't care if Jesus signed it, bro. I ain't paying $3,000.
Oh my god.
It was signed by the Lord. Nah, pass.
That may not
gold
pass
label.
That may not pass JSA's signature authentications either.
Yeah.
But it'll pass PSA.
We cannot confirm it was signed by the Lord.
It would be funny if like Topps put like a April Fool's joke in one of the Ginterverse cards. You know how they would put like people's hair? They have like the hair of Martin Van Buren or something. Have you guys seen those cards? Mm-hmm. They should do that for like, fake people, Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, Jesus.
Santa Claus.
I mean, they're already doing like fake signatures for like Marvel superhero characters.
Are they really?
Like Toy Story characters.
Oh yeah, remember they did like the autographs with Minnie Mouse and stuff like that.
Yeah, where it's like Buzz Lightyear, but it's not like Tim Allen or whatever.
Wow, that's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, it's just it's a Buzz Lightyear auto, 1 of 1.
Like, I like that this is you can only get it at 2 really small conventions. That I wonder how many people went to those conventions, Japan World Heroes Convention in Pasadena and Sacramento Anime Convention in Sacramento. So, yeah, very interesting.
Well, I mean, there's probably a lot of anime fans, but probably not a lot of people like us where we collect magazines and books or whatever.
Solo Wookie says. Oh my god, dude. We're not gonna get canceled tonight. Moving on. This is very interesting. Damon or Demon, I'm not sure. I think it's Damon. Number 1. This is a self-published zine from a famous comic creator and cosplayer named Wendy Fletcher, or as she's known now after she got married, Wendy Pini, who created ElfQuest. Wendy and Richard Pini, P-I-N-I.
Hold on. No. Hold on. The dude's name is Richard Pini.
Dick Peeny.
Oh
We're just
my
trying to
God.
get canceled tonight, aren't we?
Jesus.
Paging Dick Peeny to the front end,
Wow.
please. Dick Peeny.
And so this is actually kind of interesting. She put this out in 1967 when she was 16 years old using a thing called a mimeograph. Have you ever heard of a mimeograph?
Hold it. Like the mimeograph paper?
Yeah. Mimeograph.
We used to take tests on those.
What? I don't know what the fuck these are.
You don't. They had a smell. Oh my gosh! Now
It says that's what it says right here. That when the whole classroom of kids would get high inhaling the fumes of their test papers.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
my
that's
gosh!
what
You
she
never
did.
had those?
I don't remember these.
Oh man, that smell was something else. Crap! Now I gotta
Didn't
find. I
they
gotta
do
find
that
one.
in?
So you guys were like, this is like pre-sniffing dry erase markers then.
Oh
Didn't
yeah.
they do that at Fast Times at Richmond High where they smelt the paper or whatever? In class? Mr.
Yeah.
Hand's class.
It's not. Maybe it is an Ohio thing. I don't know. Maybe that's why. That's why. But we definitely had those, and they definitely had a smell to them.
Damn, dude. That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Anybody who doesn't know what that smell is, oh my gosh! Maybe I should get like a mimeograph candle.
I wonder if they have one, bro.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
Hold on. Let's see if they have mimeograph candle. No, they don't have it. It says,
Oh my
"Remember
gosh!
the-"
I was like, oh my gosh! I'm gonna actually have to
Order it.
it. But somebody does want to make one from the candle forums. I always remember the unique, sweet smell of mimeograph ink when they passed out freshly printed tests. Decided to buy some on eBay just for the reminiscent value. You can buy it on eBay there, Stein. So there you go.
You can buy the ink.
The mimeograph, yeah. Yep. Who doesn't love the smell of mimeograph ink in the morning? So anyway, she did it on using mimeograph paper and ink, I guess, self-published it, and somebody brought one to her and had her sign it at a con. So,
Crazy.
right? How much did it sell for?
It sold for $510.
Wow.
Wow.
That's like
I
a
mean,
creator's true first right there. I need to add her to the list.
And you said she's a what does she do? Anime?
No, she created ElfQuest. Her and her husband created ElfQuest. But before she did that, she was a Red Sonja cosplayer at cons back in the 60s and 70s. And
Oh, hold on. That's that same lady?
yeah, they did a
We talked
documentary on her.
Didn't we talk about her for some
Yeah.
reason?
Yeah,
Like a year ago?
yeah, yeah. You know what's
I didn't
funny
know
about
was the same
that?
person.
It's synchronicity, man. It's synchronicity. On Tuesday night, we had on Sarah Frazetta, Frank Frazetta's granddaughter, on the industry show. And they were talking. I guess Wendy Pini had put out some crazy Facebook post, and Sarah something about how women shouldn't objectify themselves, this and that. And Sarah Frazetta was like, "Fuck that." You know, like the Frazetta verse is going to be hot women, period. Like, get over it, you know? It was very funny, very interesting. Anyways, go check it out. Very, very cool synchronicity moment. Moving on. All right. Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue number 25 from 2018. This one blew me away, bro.
Okay, so I knew that the B cover, I can't remember who did the B cover, but the B cover had always been a decent seller for like 25, 30 bucks. It's not that easy to find. It's gorgeous cover. But this A cover is selling for $50 to $70.
Why?
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't get it. I can't figure it out, dude. So there was the Red Hood and the Outlaws from 2013 that has a cover that's the first one I thought it was because it has like Hush standing behind him. But this one, I don't understand why it sells for that much. I can't figure out. I can't find out anything.
Joe, why are you selling for so much on this one?
I don't know, man. Just people are attracted to Red Hood, man. You know,
He's selling signed copies out of his
I'll sign it.
$76 for last
I don't,
raw sale.
Yeah, I'm so confused. Like I said, the B cover, which is gorgeous, has always been a good seller. And it's not that, it's not that easy to find.
So for those of you guys that are wondering what it's about, it says Batman versus Red Hood for the right to fight in Gotham. Grab your ringside seat for a battle 25 years in the making. Jason Todd broke a promise to his mentor and must now confront an angry and betrayed Batman. That means good times for readers, but probably not so much for Jason. It's likely going to take more than the Outlaws' help in order for Red Hood to avoid wearing an orange jumper in prison. It's so crazy that this book sells for so much. Never understand that. So, there we go. You never know. I wonder how many do you think there of these out there?
I mean, 2018. And this was the 25th issue, so it's not like it was toward the beginning. And this was what they had a series before this, right?
Yes.
This is like the second
2013.
series of this.
Yeah. Dude, and
Less
this
than
issue
10,000.
went to 52 issues, so it's nowhere near the final issue.
It did go to 52 issues?
52 issues, dude.
less than 10,000.
And there's multiple sales of this book.
Yeah. Yeah, but the B cover, which is always sold way better than the A cover, is still selling in that same $25 to $30 range.
Yeah, but you know, something's got to be putting the heat on this. Like it could be some Spec and maybe some James Gunn stuff, or you know what I mean, that we don't.
There's a lot of people writing it. Look at all the people that are part of the creators of it. It's like 10 creators on there. Exercise anniversary issue.
If Joe doesn't understand, then I have no interest whatsoever. Because you should know. If any person should know this, it should be Red Hood himself.
Yeah,
It's just great art, you know, great art, low print run.
Could be.
I don't think many were printed, dude. That's what I think. I think everybody went out for the B cover, and these probably, I don't know, got lost.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you know, James Kreider says someone's probably pumped it on TikTok.
Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. Like 26 is the debut of Red Hood's new costume.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So there you
Somebody
go.
pumped it on TikTok. They're
Yeah.
pumping books on TikTok.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, there's some very interesting speculation that's been going on lately. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is part of something. If there's like they might be showing up in something. Maybe James Gunn posted about it or something. Peacemaker. Who knows? So, all right. Yeah. Very cool. Moving on. All right. I got two more that I got to show you guys that I want to talk about. So, did you guys hear about? Have you guys been watching Agatha All Along?
Yes.
So you guys know that Black Heart character got big because everybody thought that what's her name was playing that was, you know, Mephisto's kid. You know what I'm talking about? What's her name? What's the hot chick's name? Aubrey Plaza.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So everybody was like, oh, that must be because they talk about Mephisto in it, and that Blackheart, first appearance of Blackheart went up. Well, she's not the first appearance. It's not Black. She's not playing Blackheart. It got spoiled who she was. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but when it got spoiled, hold on here. This was put out by Funko. And Aubrey Plaza is playing Death. So, couple things.
Man,
I looked up prices.
You guys sounded really weird in chorus there.
So, War is Hell #9, right? It is a book that's always been talked about, and people say, oh, that's not the first real Death. Well, there's multiple first appearance of Death. One that a lot of people have talked about for a while was this one, but this is a different type of Death. There's also that Journey into Mystery Volume 2 from 1972, which is Starlin wrote this, and he has a character in it by Death, but it's basically this character of Death. It's a sickle and a male version of Death, right? So you have the two first appearances of Death, the male versions. This Journey into Mystery is selling for about $35 raw, it looks like, and then the War is Hell #9 selling for about $40 raw. Well, this is the one that makes me interested. If she is really the female Death, like Thanos type Death, and they tie that type of character in there, that's one of the coolest characters in Marvel. That was one of the things I was so bummed that they didn't put this into the MCU and for Thanos and make it cooler, that he was trying to entice, the love of his life, the female, Death, and they kind of changed it up. So this book is selling for $100 plus right now, Captain Marvel issue number 26, because of that. So just a quick heads up on those. Very interesting stuff.
But then you could even if they go the female Death route, then you could still incorporate Deadpool and Thanos fighting over Death too as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Which would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Yep. Very cool. So we'll see how it plays out. It could also be like a. I know Hela is the embodiment of Death in the fucking Thor universe, whatever that is. Isn't Hela the embodiment of Death in that? Anyways, moving on.
Oh, in Norse mythology.
Norse mythology, yeah. So, Asgard. All right, here we go. Moving on. Starting off with our Golden Age book this week, Captain Science issue number 7 is on the list.
I thought you would like this one.
Well, both Captain Science number 7s are great covers.
Is there another cover?
We've talked about the other one before, I believe.
What's the other one?
The other one is...
So I have a question about this cover of what we're looking at right now.
You have a question about it?
Yeah. Is this Death by Pegging?
Hold on. So the other one is this one.
I don't remember. Oh, that one's not Captain Science.
Science Comics. Okay, Science Comics. Sorry, Science Comics. I got it wrong. Yeah.
Hey,
but I feel like we talked about that one. We talked about that.
I mean,
one
it's just science, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This one I was like, oh, I bet Brian will like this one because it's got a little skeleton man. But
the Hangman's son.
Yeah. A CGC 8. Again, how do you get an 8 on a book like this? I don't know.
Time Machine.
Oh, Time Machine. So in any grade, so for an all-time high this week for $5,000 for this one.
Wow.
Oh, was it a file copy?
It was. I don't think it was a file copy.
Oh, that's the only other reason why I think of anything that's like, 1940 or 1960 or older when it shows up in high grade.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the file copies. Like when I first got back in, when I got back into comics, 10, 11 years ago, whenever it was, I was thinking about buying Golden Age. And I remember seeing these file copy graded comics. And I'm like, that seems fake to me. Like, I don't think that's a real book. I was like, I'm just not going to buy them. I wanted to. I'm like, these are really high grade. Like, I probably should buy some of these. Oh, but it's a file copy, so I don't really want that. And I didn't buy any of them. And I should have, clearly.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of file copies that have come out for that Wizard Comics San Diego #1 that have flooded the market in the last like 2 years. There's so many. You can go on eBay every week and there's 3 or 4 of them up with 3 in each sale. It's ridiculous. Anyways, what's interesting is, why does he have a girl on the chain? And is he looking in a treasure? What's in the treasure? And how is that arrow going to hurt him also, or whatever is on that gun? And why is the man in a helmet and the woman isn't? So many questions, dude. So many questions.
Yeah, why doesn't he just go and just like yank his bone off of his leg?
Yeah.
And he'll fall to the ground.
See, that's why you got to read the book, man. See, they did covers back then where you're all like, what the fuck? And then you open the book. Like covers these days, it just has a hot chick on it, and that's all you need to see. Case closed.
Captain Science clearly was not following science in this storyline here.
But the cool thing about Golden Age books are there are tons of websites where you can read the interiors to find out what happened.
That's true.
Have you guys ever read a Golden Age book?
No.
I've done it live on a podcast.
Did you?
Yeah, we showed the interiors of like pretty much the entire book that we covered on Long Story Short.
Wow.
I didn't read each panel though.
Yeah, because we were trying to find out.
I've read like
the cover
Detective or
the
Action
interior.
1.
Yeah.
I've read Action 1 and Detective and shit like that, but nothing else. Maybe a couple horror books. Moving on. At our regular honorable mention this week, a book that I'm surprised is not higher on the list, X-Men #5, the JSC Virgin 1 in 100 Phoenix variant that came out this week.
Ooh.
Mama.
Yeah, this one's pretty.
It is.
I mean, I know he's done this with all the other covers from this X-Men run, and they've all had like different perspectives or whatever, but this one is pretty cool because of the Phoenix looking straight, I mean, literally straight up into the sky. Yeah, I like this one a lot.
It's really good. 1 in
But
100
it's only sold for like 110, so
yeah. I'll be honest. I feel like it's hard to ask comics shops to buy a lot of issues of this book unless you're doing like a variant for it, I'd imagine. And then it's also rough to ask people to pay more than $100 for a book. So if there is comic shops out there, what are they asking for it, So there's probably not a bunch of people that are buying this book, but the ones that are buying it are paying more than $100 for it. Does that make sense?
Or just buy it directly from JSC from his store.
Yeah. What does he ask at his store?
Usually like right before it comes out, I would say a little bit over ratio.
Wow.
Like maybe like it depends on the book, or how soon it like when his issue #2 1 in 100 with the magic cover came out, it was like 110 after the release. And then I found it cheaper somewhere else. So I was like, kind of like, okay.
Yeah. Tfaw, you can get them cheaper, right? I mean,
there's plenty of sites that you can pre-order from, or sometimes you get lucky on eBay.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. Well, there you go. Moving on to #10 this week, X-Men issue #5, the Elizabeth Torque 1 in 25 Air, which mistakenly says issue #1 on the corner there.
yeah. So this is the same issue as what we just looked at.
Yes.
So there's 4 times as many of these as there are the Campbell. Yeah. So I mean, this one's selling for like 30 to 40. I've not seen. I mean, I didn't see like a press release or anything that they recalled this or anything, right? So it's kind of like an uncorrected error. I mean, does it make any difference?
They were all like,
No.
"Fuck it, nobody cares. Just fuck
Yeah,
it."
it's gonna
No one
die
reads the
anyways.
inside. It's gonna
nobody's
pop
read-
this week, and then no one's gonna care next week.
I feel like we just
Yeah.
talked about an error and we said the same thing, that like these error books just they're hot for a minute.
The
Maybe.
publisher said, "Well, it kind of reads like a number one." Yeah.
Now, I mean, now I'm a kid of the 80s, and so I loved error cards, but I only loved them when they corrected them.
Yes, we
Like-
made them rare.
And you couldn't find, it was the only ones you could find were the ones on the first pressings or something like that.
Or the super
Um,
rare ones where they took them out and the only ones you could find were like promo versions or something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I loved those back in the 80s. So I don't even hate the fact that it's an error book. I just if they're not going to correct it, it makes no difference whether
Yeah.
it's an error or not an error.
But that's also what makes an error book pop too, right? As soon as a publisher announces, like, "Hey, we had this error on this book, we're sending you out replacements or whatever," like that's when it becomes a bigger deal versus like, "Oh, we had a mistake, no one's gonna care, let's move on."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jeez. Well, we'll see. If what it
Can't
does
wait for
next
that
week.
that corrected version with the correct number on it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's what second prints are for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Moving on.
They'll put a number 2 on it.
Number 9 this week, another repeat, return from last week's list. Hello Darkness, issue number 3 is back. So that means it's selling for more than it did last week.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah, last week was $50. Now it's 60 to 80 on this one.
Was this our number one? What was our no? Our number one book was Monsters last week. So this was like number 3, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
Something
this
like
was
that.
up there. Oh, I'm not
See, the song
surprised.
that came to mind was "Turn Around."
Darkness.
That's great.
We are still all really curious whether or not she's wearing some Crocs or swim
Yeah.
shoes or something.
That was my claim. It would totally
Yeah.
ruin it if she had Crocs on there, man.
And why does she
Yeah.
has paint in her hair? Also, was it only one per store? I want to know that too, if that was real.
One per diamond account
Yeah, probably. So moving
or
on.
random house account.
Yeah, whatever. To number 8 this week, I Hate Fairyland, issue number 16. The Scotty Young black and white 1 in 25 also came out new this week. I like the regular one better, but she doesn't say what she says in the regular one, what she says in this one.
What? I can't even read it.
She calls
so
him a
small.
sellout. She makes fun of him for drawing a baby cover and calls him a sellout.
That's kinda
Really?
Yeah.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah. She's like, you really outdid yourself by doing another baby cover. You sell out or something like that.
That's pretty
Well,
funny.
Drew better call Scotty to make sure he's all right, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 in 25. I'm with Brian. I like the color version better because now this doesn't necessarily look like a Lion King reference. The color one does. I wish they would have just flip flopped them. Maybe just had the black and white be the easier to find. But
Yeah.
30 to 35 on this one. So
Not bad. Not bad.
does I Hate Fairyland ever do like incentive ratios, or
Yeah.
do they always just do like B covers?
No,
I
they
always feel like they just do B covers.
I think they did an incentive variant for the first series of this.
Did they?
Yeah.
Where they relaunched the series where she's older or whatever, right?
I don't know.
The continuation story
Yeah, I guess.
of the 5-year, 10-year later story.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
No.
All right. Moving on. At number 7 this week, I blame a certain Instagram person that was in here, Mr. Kreider, for this one. Saw him talking about this, or was it Long Story Short that talked about it? Somebody talked about this to make this book be bought, because this book,
I think it was Kreider.
I think it was Kreider. This is one of those books that you can show on an IG every once in a while, and people will go, "Oh, I need to go get one."
Yeah, but I think this got optioned this week.
Oh, did it?
I think that's what I mean. I could be wrong. I thought that's what I read because I was trying to figure out why there was a bunch of sales on it. And so normally, like if I see a bunch of sales and I'm like, I have no idea why this is selling.
Maybe it did
out of nowhere. I think it did. You could probably do a quick check and see.
Yeah, let me check.
It did, but yeah, Jenny Frison. It's a beautiful cover. Was like a $20 book. Now it's $40. Didn't the Beauty have like a really weird #1 variant from like from like New York Comic Con or something?
Oh,
like
from
that?
American Horror Story creators adapting it into a TV series.
For FX.
That's a big
Evan
deal.
Peters and Ashton Kutcher among stars.
That's
Evan
a big
Peters,
deal.
the Quicksilver guy, or the
No,
yeah, no,
Kick-ass.
Yeah, because he was in American Horror Stories.
yeah,
and Dominant.
yeah. Quicksilver. Yep.
And
Fake
Kick-ass.
Quicksilver.
Ooh,
But is it-
11 episode season 1 is in order.
Yeah, but wasn't there an NYCC variant of this?
Kreider says that there's a preview issue that it's a low print book too.
I can't remember. I get all these weird image titles from back then, all confused. But
Oh, Kreider says he posted his because of the option news, and he said, "Don't blame him. Fuck off."
We're gonna blame you still.
Shout out to Cover Price.
that one, the secret variant, that's the one that I was thinking about.
That's so good, dude. They're making fun of
that's funny.
sex criminals.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they had
was
that
like-
store. They had that store where they're holding the picture.
Uh-huh.
They're doing the mall photo. Yeah.
Because that one I think was like bagged, like it was not poly bagged, but like like a grocery bag
Limited to 300.
or something like that.
Wow. That's got to be tough. Limited to 300. That's the book that you guys want to look for right there. But the Frison is
Looks like Teddy
gorgeous.
Swims.
Absolutely beautiful on that Frison. One of her best covers ever. So, all right, moving on at number 6, Deadpool issue number 7, new this week. The Momoko 1 in 100.
This like literally the exact same as that Something is Killing the Children cover that she did?
You mean the Department of Truth cover?
Or
Yeah.
Department of Truth, yes. Department of Truth, yes, that's it.
Pretty much.
That's what I like it. As soon as I saw like
just throw a mask on it. Throw a mask. Throw a jacket on.
yeah.
Pull up the Department of Truth cover.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah,
Drama.
this one's selling for like 125 to 130. There is a trade dress of this one, so you can.
It's kind of from a different angle, but yeah, you're a little bit right.
Let's see.
So when you put them next to each other, they're facing each other.
Yeah. Similar. I feel like I've seen this before though, where did she do a Deadpool like this maybe? I feel like I've seen this before also.
So what I said is it looks
no.
like her trading card, like not only her trading card variants, but also like the upper deck cards that she did for a while, where
Okay.
it doesn't have a background,
Yeah.
and then like she threw in like roses or whatever to kind of like add a little flavor to around the character.
I like the
Hey, I'll
Torn
bet-
Clark A cover for this. It's the best cover. Or the KRS. There's a KRS one that's like limited to so many copies where it did an AF-15 homage. That's really good. But I don't like this one.
I'm going to put my money on that this will never sell as much as that Chicago
No.
$3,000. This will never be a $3,000 book.
No.
Well, Is this the first appearance of this character, or is that actually in issue 6?
Oh, it's way before that. It's if you
Oh,
want
is
to,
it
I think it was in what's it called?
4?
Like volume before this or something, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of
Are
arguments to be made on that character, whether in this costume, when she put on a
Aztec
mask, yeah, when
or
she was
Aztec
born,
or whatever?
yeah, bullshit like that. But
Yeah.
it's it's a 1 in 100. Buy the trade dress.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving off. Number 5, another one that's back. X-Men issue number 2, the JSC second printing, 1 in 25. I like these 1 in 25s better than the 1 in 100s. Makes it feel like, you get more. You know what I mean? Like $100 for a 1 in 25 feels better to me than 110 for a 1 in 100. You're gonna make a little bit more off of it.
Yeah, it definitely feels more collectible.
Yes.
Oh, but also if you were able to buy in for that $25 and didn't have to buy 25 copies of the second print.
Yeah.
Yeah, last week this was 70 to 80. Now it is 100 plus. So again, we're not necessarily surprised that people want this one.
Yep. All right. At number 4 this week, here we are. Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes special issue number 1 had probably one of the definitely one of the cover of the year category books is for this series out this week. But it wasn't selling higher than this, which was surprising. This is the Sandoval. I really like the Jay Gonzo.
Jay
one.
Gonzo's the best.
Yeah. I think that's just amazing.
Is this that Phantasm character? Is that only on this cover? Or?
Yep. So this is the first full appearance of Phantasma. She did have a cover appearance on a book, I think like a year ago, right? But here's some very interesting news about this book that I got today. I got a nice little message from a good friend that if you guys know or watch the original art show that we do on Beyond Wednesdays, our buddy Mike Hansen, who's on that show all the time, sent me this image and said, look what I just got.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So Mike bought this cover. So congrats to Mike. Yeah.
Wow. That's sweet.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Dude, he's like buying like OA like every week probably.
Well, think about it. This character reminds me it's got a good design. It seems like probably the coolest character out of all those new characters that they're trying to push with that new heroes team, right? Our champions team, I mean. And this is the coolest one in my opinion. So it's smart to not only go after her OA, this is her first full appearance cover. If you can find the first book itself, this book is selling too, $15 plus. It's at number 4 on the list this week. I'm not surprised that he would go and search that out, but I will say this. I definitely don't think this is the best cover for sure.
Which is the best cover?
I'll show you.
Sir Christopher is saying first cover was Ghost Rider number 16.
Her first cover,
saying.
but in this book is her first full appearance.
Her first full appearance.
Yes. So the best cover is the Jay Gonzo cover. This one.
Oh yeah.
This is the A cover from Ramos, but to me that's the best cover. Mm-hmm. She's not on it though. So freaking good.
Yeah, it's great.
That's a cover of the year category book. But I understand, why people are going after this. It's a spec play. So, and I think she was also had a cameo appearance in the guts of that Black Panther 5, which came out at the same time as that her first cover. And we talked about her first cover, I think a week ago. It was on the list or something like that, right?
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there we go. At number 3 this week, X-Men 244 facsimile. They did a 1 in 25 for it, and it is a beautiful Nicoletta Balderi 1 in 25 ratio variant on that. I mean, this is a great cover.
Man, you can. I went down the rabbit hole on this artist, man, and she's done some phenomenal work, but a lot of it was digital, like the digital comics that were never printed. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Aaron? Like on Marvel, they had like a Marvel digital where you could buy the comic book and it was different covers. And so this artist had like 4 or 5 just badass like Into the Spider-Verse covers, and but were never printed.
Mm.
Interesting.
I still want to know if this is a double cover where you open the first cover, then you see the normal, X-Men 244 to make it a facsimile, right?
Oh, I love her style of art. It's so
Yeah,
good, man.
she's really good, man.
Does anyone in the chat have this book? Let us know.
This
I
is
wanna
her
know if
first
it's a double
mock-up
cover.
of it. All right. And I got to be honest, the mock-up's good, but with the trade dress makes it. The old school trade dress and the corner box.
No, yeah.
That's what
Yeah, like
makes it.
It has like the anime feel, but not like a regular face rather than looking like a cat.
No, this is an artist that over the next couple of years, like this artist is going to do something special. Like this, very, very good work.
Man,
Cool.
very cool book. So $50 plus on this one, it sounds like. Not bad. Not bad
I think
at
I'd
all.
like this one.
Yeah. Yeah. So these 1 in 25 facsimiles and second prints are starting to wear on us, man. Talking about them, giving them garbage. This is trash. Every once in a while, one pops up and like, I want this one.
Oh, it has the original cover on the back of the cover.
Ah, okay.
Not bad.
Still not a facsimile then.
Yeah. At number 2 this week, this one blew me away. This is one of the weirdest books I've seen show up on the list. And I'm not surprised. I'm surprised it's this cover. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was another cover. But this is the one that blew me away. And I guess, is Sven Gulli like an old school TV guy in the Midwest that did like shows in the 50s and like horror stuff?
Yeah, so remember, was it like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago? There was a Sven Gulli, and it did really well. And this is like a
Lost in Time or something like that.
Yeah, I think he's based out of Chicago. Is where I think the majority of these were shown. They weren't shown. I know they were not shown in Ohio. We had different, like on like those Saturday night things. We had Dr. Creep here. Yeah, I think Sven Gulli was like Chicago or something like that. But yeah, it's just a 1 in 10. $30 to $40. I guess he's still alive.
Yeah, it says
Someone it still happens a show on.
Yeah, somebody
TV.
must do him like, they pass it off to another actor type thing. So supposedly still has a show. Yeah, Wookiee Fodder on TV.
It looks so weird though, right?
Well, here's the crazy thing again, and I don't think Stein knows about this. The thing that blew me away was not this book showing up on here, but it wasn't this one. This is a Mark Spears cover. I mean, and this one's limited. It is maybe that's why it's not on the list, because it is a store variant. So, unfortunately, that's something that you don't see show up on the list too often. So, but again, another great Mark Spears book. Out this week.
Variants, a Me TV store variant.
Yeah,
I'm just joking.
Or Buy Me Toys is I guess is the name of it. So, but. This is the photo. This is the 1 in 10. I wonder how many of these they printed, or couldn't be too many. But yeah, $30 to $40 on this one. Holy cow. I love it.
And maybe just because it's that photo variant thing, you can still get this autographed with the photo. So maybe that's the appeal on this.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah. All right. At number 1 this week, you guys, it continues. The Tales of Bizarre number 8 Zaf cover is selling for up to $200 plus on the secondary market. And there's these 2 books that just keep it's Tales of the Bizarre, Monsters, Bridezilla. Tales of the Bizarre, Monsters, Bridezilla. Are we going to see Monsters, Bridezilla at like 300 on this at number 1 next week? What's going on with these? This is crazy.
I will say so. The Monsters, the Bridezilla, had a lot more sales this week. The price didn't go up, which is why it's not on the list. But there was a lot more sales. This one just. There's like none for sale.
Yeah.
And which is really surprised at this point, at this price point now. I mean, I would think that anybody who has this would be cashing out, but it just doesn't seem like it.
Oh, well, then can you answer your own question? Are you going to cash out? Like, I mean, besides like the ethical thing of like,
on this, I don't have this one.
I thought you had this one.
No, I remember.
None of us got it. It sold out before the end of the show.
Yeah. This was on the Almost End book, and then we're like, oh, we should probably all buy this. And then we were talking about it,
and then we didn't. And
did not. No one bought it.
No, I do have the Bridezilla cover.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that you had this book instead of the Bridezilla one.
But honestly, I don't even want to sell the Bridezilla one because that's the only one I have, and I like it so much that I'll never pay $100 for it. And so the fact that I got it for cover price, which was expensive. I mean, I think it was like $7 cover price or something on that.
Wow.
The fact that I got it for cover price means I don't want to sell it. I'd rather just grade it and keep it for myself. I don't have any need to sell it.
So Tales.
Dude, have you found out who this fucking artist is?
I still can't find any information on him, man.
Dude, how is that possible, dude? We can find information on books in the 40s, bro.
I still can't find. And here's the other thing, man. He's got multiple covers coming out. He had this cover, right? I didn't get any of these, which I'm pissed about, because I think like we might have been the first place to talk about it. We talked about it on Almost 10, and then we talked about it on the day it came out, because we use the cover price thing and we go through the whole thing and we go all the way to the bottom, and those old school or those really slow printed, and nobody was talking about this, and I'm so mad at myself that I didn't go, hold on, I need to buy one of these before I go crazy about this, and I didn't go out and find some. And then on Almost 10, what happened? They say, oh, it's available here. And we're like, okay, we'll get it after the show. None of us get it. And so, but this artist also has this one, which is the issue before it, right? I don't
like that one too.
Yeah. I don't know how rare this one is, but on top of it, he has 2 more issues coming out. And this one right here, this next one, might be his best one. That's amazing. So good. Look at that.
This is just a limited series too, right?
Yeah. And then they announced this is
that the Sydney Sweeney cover?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then this just got announced too, that he's doing the next issue. He's doing issue number 10. So I want to know who this freaking artist is, man.
The 10's not as nearly as good as 8 and 9.
No. But it's not bad. It's not bad.
Is 9 still available anywhere?
It's on pre-release.
I'm like, when did Scarlett Johansson come out as a vampire, bro?
Dude.
Right?
it, it's such a beautiful cover. Look at Nimesh. I got you, brother. Brother, thank you. Thank you. By the way, Nimesh, check this shit out. Did you? I don't know if you guys saw this. I got to talk about this real quick. Nimesh bought one of those. He bought some of those X-Men packs from me, right? And he bought Lucky Spot number 13. He pulled a foil of a silver of Liefeld, and then he got a gold signed one by not La Roca, Segovia, okay? And then he bought one to keep unopened, and he sent me this. He put this out on IG. He said I couldn't just sit there and look at it. He pulled a gold Liefeld.
Oh my god. That guy's comic camera is unreal.
It is, dude.
What
Holy
are the
shit.
what are the gold ones limited to?
I don't know.
It's the chase that everyone
500
wants.
maybe. Is it 500?
Oh, really? That's what everybody wants?
Yeah, the signed version is what everybody wants, but those are super limited. But yeah, these are like 400. I think they were selling for like $400. That I don't know what they're selling for now, but during that time period, holy cow! And he got 3 foils and a signed one, so it was unbelievable.
Crazy.
Shout out to freaking
That's
Nimesh.
awesome, Nimesh.
Yeah,
We all
Nimesh is a
collect cards.
great
Gold is
community
king,
member.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
We all collect cards. Gold is king, no matter what the number parallel is.
What if Zap is an AI artist, dude?
Oh, it's gonna kill it. It's gonna kill me, and it's gonna kill a lot of. Oh, it's gonna make
It'll
people
piss
so
off
mad.
a lot of fucking people, dude.
Yes.
Yes. Is this it's the book that where everyone's labeling the cover artist as like whatever studios, even though it's Zaf's or whatever. Is that right?
I don't know. It says cover art by Zaf, ZAF.
Well, because I've seen it listed on other places where it's like whatever studio art, like it lists the studio that he comes from, or they come from.
I don't know, man. I hope we find more, because the other covers that he does, it doesn't look. They look similar, but it doesn't look like this. For example, if you look at the issue number 9, which is I think on FOC, it's coming up on FOC maybe. Issue 9 looks like issue number 7. So here's issue number 9. You can see the art on this. And then if you look at issue number 7, come on.
Yeah, see, AOA wrote it in the.
See,
GS
that looks like, those look like done by the same artist. 7 and 9 look like they're done by the same artist. But 8 doesn't look like either of them, which is interesting.
This shit's gonna get real interesting. We can't find out who this dude is or girl. You never know. It could be a girl too.
Are you talking about Dren Productions or Drew Studios? Is it Dren Productions or Drew Studios? Because Dren Productions is the name of the.
Oh. No, I've seen the artist credit as GS20 Studio.
GS20
like
Studios?
Yeah.
That's interesting, man.
Mm-hmm. Bro, if this is AI, bro.
Yeah, it could be a
not
big,
good.
not
bro.
good at all. Well, here's GS20 Studios.
It's a Banksy.
And it looks like the guy can actually if this is it, I mean he's actually drawing here, so but I don't think this is it.
But is
either.
it like a collection of people or whatever?
Yeah, is it a collection? That's a good question. It could be. I hope not. Like they're just picking the best one out for each month. G20.
Yeah, if you click on their link tree and go to like one of these other things, it's a whole bunch of different people.
Anybody named Zaf?
Go to the second one, that bottom one. The first one's just their merch. And then go to illustration, and you're going to see all kinds of different people.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Look at all this AI generated work.
Maybe somebody needs to reach out to Dren Productions, huh? Has anybody ever heard of that publisher? Because that's new to me. Dren Productions as the publisher. And I don't
Never
see
heard of
anything here that looks necessarily like what we're seeing, right? But it could, who knows?
Bro, I
Does-
smell a
does it-
I smell a rat, bro.
Does anybody who has this book normally, like when you open up the cover, it will list like the individual person as the cover artist? Does anybody who has this book, does it say anything on the inside?
Zaf Art.
AI so self-aware now they're publishing books on their own.
Zaf
What's that?
Brannigan from Futurama.
Well, you can't get number 9 on Midtown. It's already sold out.
Number
On
9
pre-order.
sold out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's already on wish list for number 9. 10 you can get, 9 you cannot.
Oh,
Bro, I'm gonna do some research. And bro, if this is AI, I'm gonna burn your house down, bro. It's gonna be bad.
man. I wish I knew who this was.
Jorge Zafino. You never know. Well, you know what? You never know. Look up Jorge Zafino and see if that's the same artist.
Ask AI if that artist is AI.
Yeah.
Well, $200 for that one.
Unbelievable, man.
Crazy.
Really unbelievable. Well, we'll have to find out more information as soon as we hear from you from somebody else out there that's got a 411 on who this guy is or girl is, or what Dren Productions has to say about it. I am hoping and praying that it's not AI art, because that would really hurt, because this is beautiful stuff. So I'm gonna look at it as the glass is half full until we find out some proof. So that being said, you never know what's going to happen. These are there's not very many of them out there, and that also helps. It's like that perfect storm, man.
Okay, so just type in before. I don't want to like hold up the show or anything like that, but go to drenproductions.com,
Okay.
and then so that's their website, and then go like halfway down the page.
Okay.
Not the stuff that's like where it says comics and graphic novels, past that, because that's weird.
Oh,
But look at
this.
that. That's a digital. So that's a digital short story. So you can't get those like in print.
Say-
Interesting.
They've got a Substack.
Say anything about the artists?
Zaf.
It's a short story, but cover
Digital.
E says cover E on it. That's interesting.
Uh-oh. We're down the rabbit hole, and
Yeah.
everyone's getting their AI pitchforks out in the open.
I hope not. I hope not.
I'm not saying the chat is, but I
They
think it
don't
needs
even.
more.
I can't even find that book on their website at all. Like, I don't even see it. Like, is it actually produced by them? I don't even see it on their website.
Where is the money going?
There's a Tales of the Bizarre issue number 1, but it's digital.
Of course.
Digital.
We did not mean for these to get printed. We just meant for these just to be digital comics. Somebody went rogue and printed them.
It doesn't have anything about. Oh, what about Kickstarter? What's on Kickstarters? Follow us on Kickstarter. created. 40. They've had 40. Ooh, look at that. Death and the Maiden. That's got some interesting art.
I mean, there's some weird things in there.
So Darkseid Comics says the inside art by Hiroshi Gabato.
How do you spell that? What is it? Let's see here.
Hiorsh.
Hiorsh.
Gabotto.
Hiroshi Gabato. Hiroshi Comics. Here we go.
Is that what the interior?
That's
art
the
looks like?
interior art. Is that the interior artist? What does it say about the cover artist?
And then he says it also says art by Kelly Porteous.
R. Kelly?
R. Kelly.
Drip, drip, drip.
Yeah, keep drawing Hiroshi. Keep
Here's
working on
Hiroshi. Yeah, he looks like an actual artist.
that. Yeah, it don't look like that.
No,
cover,
it
though.
doesn't. I want to know who that freaking cover artist is.
Yeah, we'll keep digging, right?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It doesn't specify whether it's interior or cover. Damn. Well, we'll find out.
Try Kelly Portis. Kelly Portis.
How do you spell it?
Then, what?
P-O.
Kelly, Kelley, and then Porteous.
P-O-R-T.
EOUS.
Kelly Porteous. Kelly Groove. That can't be it.
And then
Oh, you-
Dren is spelled is nerd spelled backwards. Bro, this is not good, dude.
You might add comic at the end of it.
Here's Kelly Porteous. So
No. Mm-mm.
that's not it either. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's cover artist, not interior artist. So, man, that's weird. We'll find out. We will find out at some point. Somebody will crack the egg, and we're all hoping and praying that it's not AI art because it's damn good. It is damn good. All right, you guys. That being said, thanks for hanging out with us, all 154 of you, till the end. What do we got coming up? You guys got a How May We Help You sale tomorrow on Drunken Chat? Or on
Yep. On the Mighty Mel V channel. That's
Okay.
going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'm going to be pulling books after this and trying to put out a preview video of what I'm bringing to the table.
There we go. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern will be Modern Comic Mayhem like normal. And you know what I'm gonna start doing as well as having all the regular crew up there. I think I might open it up to if there's anybody that wants to jump on and kind of like do a Saturday night thing where we just open it up to people that want to come hang out. And if there's anybody out there in the content creation community that wants to come and hang out and shoot the shit about whatever stories we've been talking about throughout the week. And then of course we'll also go through our normal stuff, but you know, we'll see you guys tomorrow night over there. And that being said, we are out of here. We're going to do the quick 10.
I'll see you guys.
See you guys.
I'm going to go find out who Zap is.
All right, guys. Adios. Starting off our Golden Age honorable mention, Captain Science issue number 7 this week had a CGC 8.0. Yes, an 8.0 of a 1951 comic book sold for $5,000. Not too shabby. for our Golden Age honorable mention. Our regular honorable mention, X-Men issue number 5, book released this week. This specific cover, the J. Scott Campbell Virgin 1 in 100 Phoenix variant. Beautiful cover, selling for $110 plus on the secondary market. At number 10 this week, another X-Men issue number 5 cover this week, or this time, the Elizabeth Torque 1 in 25 Air version, they're calling it. Who knows if it's going to be corrected? We haven't heard that yet. But instead of putting number 5 on the corner there up at the top, they put issue number 1. So this book is seeing sales of $30 to $40 plus. At number 9, a return from last week. This is Hello Darkness, issue number 3, the one per store Paulo Rivera Virgin cover, selling for $60 to $80 plus. At number 8, I Hate Fairyland, issue number 16, the Scotty Young black and white 1 in 25, homaging Lion King. This time, though, with different words in her word bubble, basically calling Scotty Young a sellout for doing another baby cover. Gotta love the humor in that. At number 7, an old school Frizen beauty, The Beauty, number 1, the Jenny Frizen variant, selling for $40 plus. There is a rare secret variant of this issue, limited to 300 copies. Be on the lookout for that one. Recently optioned. At number 6, Deadpool, issue number 7, the Momoko Virgin 1 in 100. I guess first full appearance of Ellie Wilson Deadpool. And you've got a Virgin Momoko cover for the 1 in 100, selling for $125 to $130 raw. At number 5, X-Men number 2, the JSC second print Virgin 1 in 25, returning on the list this week at $100 plus for this magic cover that is excellent. At number 4, Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes special issue number 1, the Gerardo Sandoval variant, which has Phantasma on the cover. New character that is destined for a new champions team, I believe. And her first appearance was on another issue where she appeared on the cover, and I think she might add a cameo in a Black Panther book. But I really like the Jay Gonzo variant for this issue. This Sandoval cover is selling for a decent amount. $15. At number 3, X-Men issue number 244 facsimile, the Balderi 1 in 25. They did a facsimile of the first appearance of Jubilee, and they did a 1 in 25 for it. Balderi has some amazing art style, and this one really hits with the old school trade dress. This one is selling for up to $50 on the secondary market raw. At number 2, Svengoolie, the 45th anniversary Boo-Nanza. Issue number 1, the 1 in 10 photo variant, selling for $30 to $40 on the secondary market. There is a really good Mark Spears variant for this as well. And at number 1, the return of Tales of the Bizarre number 8, the mysterious cover by Zaf, the artist that we know nothing about and people are on the lookout for information on to find out if it is a real artist. We're all hoping and praying, because there are now 4 covers that Zaf has supposedly done for this series. Issue number 7, 8, 9, and the recently announced 10, and they're all really good. And we're all hoping that Zaf is a real artist. That is the House of Stein Hot 10 for the week of October 4th, 2024. We'll see you guys next Friday. Adios.